Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to stop food cravings and how I was able to stop food cravings during my weight loss journey. So I lost 13 kg. I started my weight loss journey December 2019 and I was at 72 kg. I found it really difficult to stop my food cravings. I wasn't really into sugary foods, but I just really liked savory foods in large quantities. So that's what I really try to focus on. So for me, in order to stop my food cravings or to help reduce them, I drank a lot of water. So I think it's like the recommended amount is about 8 cups. I was drinking a little bit more in order to try to curb my hunger. At the same time, I was also doing intermittent fasting, so trying to stop food cravings was really difficult. But drinking water really helped me to sometimes feel like I'm not as hungry as I think I am. Also, for food cravings, I feel like what makes it harder is if you are already hungry. So if you are doing intermittent fasting, I would suggest having larger meals. It can still be healthy and it could still be nutritious, but I think it will be a good idea to have slightly bigger portions, because if you're doing about 16/8, then you're only usually eating about 2 meals in a day. So if you make those 2 meals a little bit bigger and you're only eating within an 8 hour window, then you're going to typically be hungry during the 16 hours minus you sleeping. So I think what would be really good is if you make sure to eat beforehand in order for you to be able to register, I'm not hungry, I just want this food, but I don't need to eat it. That's what I done, and I found that it really helped me to be able to control my hunger a lot, especially since I've done intermittent fasting for about 4 months, I believe. Another way that I found was herbal tea. So during my weight loss journey, I drank a lot of chamomile tea, lavender tea, peppermint tea. And when I wasn't drinking water, that's what I would be drinking. I didn't have any juices or anything like that. So herbal tea really, really helps with hunger. I used to have it in the morning and then before I went to bed, so that I'll be filled up with hot water, but it's still good for you. Also, being able to manage your stress, I think helps with food cravings. I feel like if you've had a particularly stressful day or week or month for that matter, you may rely on food and then start to crave certain foods like fast food or just unhealthy foods that you'll be able to cook yourself. And that's one of the worst things you could do on your diet, because you have a goal and aim that you want to reach, but because of external issues that are stressing you out, it may cause you to crave more food and therefore comfort eat, which honestly is going to just set you back, and it will end up stressing you out more because you're using food as a comfort blanket. So I know it's easier said than done to be able to manage your stress, but maybe reducing things or trying to eliminate things in your life that stress you out will help you to be able to start craving like unhealthy foods, because then you won't have to, or you won't feel like you will need to use food as a safe haven, as a comfort in order to distract you. Also, talking about distraction, I would also distract myself when I was craving certain foods. Sometimes when you're flicking through Instagram or you're on YouTube and you end up seeing like someone doing a cook with me or just like food inspiration posts, and then you see something that looks so delicious, but it's like, no, I'm dieting. I have this goal in mind. I want to achieve it by a certain amount of time. My goal was to achieve being under 60 kg by summertime, and I was able to achieve that in 4 months. So I would have to distract myself in order to be able to achieve that goal. So instead of looking through Instagram or YouTube for food related stuff, I had to distract myself away from looking at that, so that I would be able to achieve my goal. I wouldn't start craving food and eventually give in. So that's what I would do. Other than just avoiding certain social media platforms, or looking at certain things on YouTube or Instagram, for example, if I was hungry, I would sit down and watch like a YouTube documentary, or I would watch something on Netflix, something on Disney Plus, something that would distract me away from thinking about, oh, I'm hungry, but I'm not eating outside of my window because I have this goal in mind. I want to be able to think of the long-term benefits of you being able to distract yourself from giving into that food craving. For example, think of the benefits that you potentially could gain from losing weight, such as for me, when I was on my way to university, I'd be so hot, even though I started my weight loss journey in December and I went back to uni in January. I would be so hot on my way to uni because of the extra weight, as well as carrying books and bags and all of that. I would just feel so hot and be sweating. So I would have that in mind when I was craving, like, for example, some fast food. I would think, okay, I need to try to control this food craving, think of the long-term effects. I will be able to go to university, be able to walk up the stairs and not feel like I'm going to pass out. So those were the things I had in mind in order to help stop my food cravings. I would think of the long-term effects and how it could set me back from my weight loss goal, how it could make me feel that I could have just had this food, I could just do something else to distract myself and enjoy doing that instead of eating the food where I might not get as much enjoyment. I also found that after I achieved my weight loss goal, whenever I had the fast food or the unhealthy foods, it just didn't taste as nice. So I also stopped eating meat during my weight loss journey. So I would crave meat a lot and I would have to distract myself a lot because it was the first time that I hadn't eaten meat that regularly. I usually started craving food at night time, and I found this really hard to rein in because I just want a snack, I just want some crisps, I just want this, I just want that. But at the end of the day, I know that if I eat that, I won't be able to stop, and I would just start eating other snacks. I'll just end up ordering food. I'll just end up going to the shop and picking up something else, and then it would just end up spiraling out of control. And then you sit in the aftermath and you're just like, why did I do that? And it wasn't even worth it. It didn't even taste that good, but you were just craving the food. That's what happens to me, at least. But what I would always find is if I done that, or if I wanted to do that, I would end up feeling really bloated the next day. And when I feel really bloated, I end up getting stomach aches, and it will usually last the whole day and onto the next day. So I had to weigh that up when I was craving food. Is it really worth it? When I was thinking in the evening time, I want to eat this and this. It was never worth it for the pain that I would be in the next day after eating late, especially because my body started to adapt to the 8-hour window of only eating at this time and then finish eating at this time as well. I also think that making sure you get enough sleep is really important. If you don't get enough sleep, you'll end up feeling maybe more crabby, more hangry, and then you'll want to use food as a blanket, as a comfort blanket, and rely upon it to make you feel better. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, make sure to put them down below. Thank you for watching. Bye.